Okay, today we will be installing a trailer wiring harness on a 2025 Mazda CX5. So here's the kit that goes with the Mazda CX5. I'm also going to be installing this 12-volt power adapter that has an inline fuse built into the adapter to make it easier for this installation. And I'm also going to be using this 4-flat wiring harness testing device. They're $5 on Amazon or eBay, and it's a way to test your wiring harness to make sure everything is wired correctly and working properly. Be sure to read, understand, and follow the installation instructions that comes with the kit. Do not exceed your vehicle's towing capacity. Be sure the vehicle is turned off when you're installing this wiring harness, and wear PPE. Okay, so I'm going to start by removing these floorboards. They just slide out. I can remove all my emergency supplies. These two little black triangle pieces pop out. That foam piece pops out. I need to remove both of these cargo latches on the left side and right side. Behind this cover, there's a 10mm bolt that you have to unscrew. I recommend putting all your parts in a bucket so you don't lose them. And a lot of these trim pieces just pop off. Remove the spare tire. Remove this trim piece. And these little plastic rivets or plastic fasteners you have to remove. They're reusable. But basically there's two Phillips head screws you have to remove on each side panel. Here's a wiring harness. Comes with everything you need. That's a testing device you see there with the green lights. I'll explain that in a minute. Comes with zip ties, a fuse holder. I'm going to use this adapter. It's a 12-volt adapter because remember in the back of a Mazda CX you got that power outlet. And that power outlet in the back of a Mazda CX5 is protected by a 15-amp fuse in the fuse box. So we'll go ahead and read the directions now. So here's a wiring schematic, and you really can't screw this up because the male and female connectors for the tail lights, they only go together one way. And basically what you're doing is you're connecting the female connector on the tail lights to the male connector on the wiring harness, and then the female connector on the wiring harness to the male connector on the tail lights. That's what I'm doing now. And you do that on both the passenger side and driver side. And this long green wire goes over to the passenger side and will connect to the brake lights and tail lights on the passenger side. And then this brown, yellow, and green and white wire, that's actually what connects to the trailer wiring. First, we're going to attach this converter to the side of the vehicle. And it comes with this double adhesive pad to make it quick and easy to attach the converter to the side of the vehicle, like so. And you want to note that I already have the white ground wire attached to that 10mm bolt right there next to the converter. That's important you hook that up. Now you can run a power wire all the way up to the front of your vehicle to the battery. Again, I don't think that's necessary because the CX5 has that 12-volt outlet in the back of the vehicle. So I crimped a butt connector that comes with the kit to the black power wire. And I'm crimping the other side of the butt connector to the black wire that they provide in the kit. And I'll connect this black power wire to my 12-volt adapter plug that I'll plug into that outlet in the back of the vehicle. And I like to tape up my connections for best practice. That's for safety. Or if you have heat shrink tube, you could use that. And the kit comes with zip ties, so you can nicely secure all your wires. You're going to need to run that green wire and the black power wire along the perimeter here of the back of the vehicle. Zip tight to the existing wire harness that you see here. Like so. So on the passenger side here, get our wiring all done. You just snap the body panel back in place. And install that screw that goes there and there. Those are the Phillips head screws. So again, on both the passenger and driver side, there's two Phillips head screws. And there's one Phillips head screw that goes there by the rear seat release levers. And then you got to install this cargo hook with a 10mm bolt. And then same thing on the driver's side. You just snap the panel back in place. Careful of your wires, make sure they're tucked in. That's what the fasteners look like inside here. You can just be careful of your wires. And then you got to fix your weather stripping here in case it gets pinched inside that body panel. Then I'll install this other trim piece here. Same thing, it just snaps in place. Be mindful of your trailer wires. I'm not going to let my trailer wire be mounted to the outside of the vehicle. Majority of the time, I'm not towing a trailer, so I can keep my trailer wire neatly tucked inside the vehicle, keep it clean, protected from dust and rain and dirt. These are little storage buckets. They just snap back in place. So again, you can see the adapter. You can plug into this 12-volt outlet. Now your trailer wire, when you turn the car on, is going to be powered up. There's our hazard lights. They're working. Running lights, they're working. Brake lights are working. Left turn signal, right turn signal. So this little device tells me everything's working correctly and wired correctly. That's a great $5 right there. I highly recommend. And the kit comes with this rubber cover to keep your terminals clean and dry. Again, I'm just going to tuck this down here with my spare tire. And I'll keep that back here as well. Pop this little triangle shaped panel back on both sides. Install this foam storage case. Reinstall the spare tire. And that 12-volt adapter you can buy on Amazon or eBay. I'm going to reinstall these floor covers here. Just careful of your wires. I'm just going to tuck these in neatly. Got my adapter power wire and the trailer wire, the 4-flat connector there. Good to go. Here's what it looks like sticking out of the back of the floor panel. And it's not pinching the wire. You can see there's a gap there. And we can even close the rear door on the vehicle. And it does not pinch the wire because the trailer wires are sandwiched between those soft rubber seals on the door. So you're not damaging the wires. So you can see we're ready to tow a trailer now. However, when I'm not towing a trailer, I'll simply tuck this wiring harness underneath that floorboard in the back, store it by the spare tire. Quick and easy. I hope this information helps you. Please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and thanks for watching.